down here in Chula Vista at Alliance Training Center. I've been here, this is my third or fourth fight with Alliance. Mentally it didn't really affect me too much. I knew that we're in a sport where there's a thousand ways to lose, and there's 1,000 ways to win, 1,000 ways to lose. So, losses are going to happen. It just depends on how you bounce back from them. So, I knew, after some time off, I had back-to-back training camps from the Rickles fight going into the Alvarez fight. I only had like 3 weeks off in between, so I definitely wanted to kind of give my body a rest after this last fight, and I did. I was back home in Missouri, hanging out. Not doing much, training a little bit, keeping my body, taking care of my body a little bit, and just kind of taking some time off, making sure I wasn't getting hit in the head and that kind of stuff. So when I got back out here in January, and I've been going hard since January. I guess this fight's a little bit different in the fact that it's my first loss, so we have to go back and kind of focus on things that we kind of should have done in the last fight, or things that we could have tweaked in the last fight. Been going at it for almost, it'll be almost 5 months by the time this fight rolls around, so I've had a lot of time to improve. Anytime you lose, or anytime you fall short in anything in life, you're going to look back and kind of, wish you did certain things a little bit differently. Wish you would have, zigged when you would have zagged, and you would have had this approach more in this round, or this approach more in that round, and just little bitty things. But if I would have won that fight, I probably wouldn't have looked back and thought that I needed to change anything about the fight. So I'm believing that having the judges' scorecards go his way was something that's going to help me as a fighter. You don't get into this sport unless you're okay with battles, unless you're okay with pain, unless you're okay with stitches and possible harm to your body. There are certain things that we're going to tweak. I'm always going to be the same fighter in your face for 25 minutes if I have to be going out there trying to finish the fight. But there's certain things, certain instances where myself and my coaching staff have kind of put our heads together and made myself more of a seasoned fighter, more of a veteran when I step in the cage on that 17. I'm the kind of guy who, I'm here for a short period of time. My career is only going to be however long it's going to be, 10 to 12 to 15 years, and then I'm going to have the opportunity to be, just a father and a husband and a businessman, and I'm going to look back and I never want to have to wish that I worked harder, or I wish that I wouldn't have just let it all hang out. And that's kind of what I pride myself on. I let it all hang out. I go in there, and I'm ready for a battle. I go in there and I'm going to come forward and I'm going to get in your face, and I'm going to literally try to break your will for as long as the fight happens. Every single fight for me is another opportunity to prove that I'm on my way to becoming the best lightweight in the world, and that's my goal. I don't care about my face or my body when I go out there. I just care about going out there and bringing the fight to them. So I need to kind of take a step back sometimes and be reminded that technique and skill, I have it. I have technique, I have skill. I've trained with some of the best guys in the world and some of the best coaches in the world, so I should have the opportunity to go out there and look like a really well-seasoned, skilled fighter. I was okay with the thought of losing because I knew there was a possibility that can happen every single fight, but I never thought I was going to lose. I don't want to say I didn't think it was possible, but I didn't really see how I could lose. With the amount of time I put in and the discipline I have and just how hard I fight, I really didn't think I was going to be able to lose. So having lost this last fight, it's a must-win situation to be able to go out there and show my family how hard I've been working, to show my fiance how hard I've been working, and that's why I have to be out here and show all my friends whose birthdays and weddings and all that kind of stuff I've missed, and just to prove to myself and prove to the world that this sacrifice that I'm making and this journey and this ride that I'm on seems like it's going to be never-ending sometimes, and it seems like it's one that people don't understand why you do it. So to prove to all them that it's worth it, and to prove that what I'm fighting for matters, I have to go out there and win this fight.